Hello everyone and welcome back to my stock channel. We have another update on you for Lordstown Motors Corporation. They have that new wonderful, beautiful electric truck. They did reverse stock split in May. They were approved for it. Looks like it executed for the last month down 5%. They're holding up better than Mullen Automotive by far because they're a little bit ahead of them, of course, with having a vehicle. They already got a production line ready to go. They got a new partner that was going to run it. The partner then took a pause, and I'm expecting them to start doing the cars again. A couple of things I wanted to point out over 6 months. We'll just look at it. Still set that's before they got the partnership, 76%. For the last month, people are starting to believe it's starting to calm down. 5-day rally up 36%. 1-day rally, well, it wasn't a rally. We got a nice 5-day rally out. How about that? Says it went up with EV maker optimism. I don't know. Not much different news, just the stock reversal. They raised the prices up. I wanted to show something off that I'm kind of proud of. March of 2023, they did revenue finally, $189,000. Apparently, this is for deposits for that truck. And they got some people, probably 189,000 of them, or 189 of them, that put, they put $1,000 down on the truck. In the December quarter, they had 194 deposits. In September, no revenue. June, no revenue. March, no revenue. So you're seeing deposits rolling in. You're seeing possibly 400 trucks sold already right there. People that are waiting in line. That's really nice to see. Maybe they'll build the truck since they're waiting in line. Oh, I don't know, Mr. Partner Company. Maybe you can make that happen. I was looking at Mullen Automotive earlier. They also did a reverse stock split, and then they followed that up with secretly diluting the stock on a Monday and then selling into it all week and then telling everybody about it on Thursday. And it seemed to me, and now they're doing another reverse stock split. This one's going to be 100-to-1. And then I think they're going to sell into that one also and do the same thing. They're in survival mode. Lordstown, I believe, is in a different position. Here's Lordstown's position. They have cash. They have money. They have $176 million in cash. They have a monster partner that is going to pay for just about everything. And they're terrifically right side up on their balance sheet. Maybe $200 million worth of credit that they can access if they wanted to. I don't think these people are hard up for money at all. I don't think. I think the trucks are going to come off the line. I think they're going to get these trucks to the customers. We're going to see some revenue. I think we got a car company in motion here. I've already seen the truck. I mean, I don't know how I saw the truck, but they apparently are out there. They put out a few of them at least, and people are actually driving around in them like celebrities. So it's happening. It's past the point of its last dilution, I believe. I don't think they're going to dilute this one again, but it's always in their pocket. They always could. They're down to a very small number of outstanding shares. They're down to a whopping 15.94 million outstanding shares. There's a ton of playroom for them to get more money if they want. They could issue 100 million shares tomorrow and probably sell them for make another 200 million if they wanted to and dilute this thing even further. It's good because it's deeper pockets, it's deeper wallets. They have the ability to. You want to be fearful if they run the risk of actually doing it, though. In this case, I see $350 million of spendable money long before they should ever consider that. and I don't see upcoming expenditures that they're going to have to eat to do this. I think their partner is going to do all the assembly and keep putting these trucks out for them. I think the stock's taking off now. These trucks are getting deposits. They're going to come off the assembly line. They're going to sell. Here's the truck again. This thing's just cool as hell. Hold on. Hopefully a picture will come up. Internet's been a little shaky today. That's it. That's the Lordstown Motors new truck. What's it called? The Lightning or something like that? I think so. This thing's taken off and people are driving them already. I was really happy to see that. I was like, damn, I know that truck. There's a Lordstown. Oh my God. But yeah, this is real. It's happening. People are cruising around in their Lordstown trucks now, and there's going to be more and more coming off the line. Their position looks strong. They got $350 between credit and cash. They've got sales coming in now. This was, just $400,000 in deposits, but that represents 400 cars sold. If there's $1,000 deposit, and that could represent, 350 cars sold. Let's just say times whatever it is, 50 grand. Let's just say. How much is that? It's a decent clip for the first go, and as long as they keep the assembly line rolling and keep adding them in there, there's a lot of hot demand on them right now. With that kind of a waiting list developing, they're not going to need dealerships. They're just going to need to start it out Tesla style with the old waiting list and ship it right to their house. But Lordstown Motors, everybody, it looks like they're off to the races. I want to find out whether their production line is live or not. Yeah, it better be. They're collecting deposits on it, and they wouldn't have done that if they wouldn't have been live. They would have to shut that down immediately. We haven't seen it shut down yet. They did offer a temporary closing right after they made their partnership, but that was just to probably clear it with the board of directors and probably make sure they were all clear with an all go. And apparently they got the all go, and it's happening. The stock price says it. Well, after the reverse split, it's kind of come down. This is probably it right here, maybe. I don't know. 639 was the high. 419 is the low. That's just in 5 days. Wow. This sucker hit 639. 1 month. Yeah. They reverse splitted this thing up to $50. Woo! That was a good one. What was it? A 50 to 1, 25 to 1? What was that? I don't even know. Obviously, it was a decent one. Yeah, 1 month ago. Oh, I'm sorry. $4.50. No, it wasn't that big. And did they? Yeah, they did. They did the reverse split. That's how they puckered it back up. Apparently, it wasn't that big though. Let me check on that again. Hang on 1 second. All right, guys. They were approved for the reverse stock split on the 22nd of May, which I guess was 8 plus 17 days ago. And the amount of the split is to be determined by the board of directors. Apparently, they haven't even done it yet. This thing's up to 419 on its very own, which is actually pretty cool. So they haven't even split it yet. So I guess they're going to figure out what they're going to split it at, and then they're going to raise it up even more. I don't know. I don't know why. Seems like everything's going hunky-dory right now. Maybe they want it to be a $20 or a $50 stock. They haven't even told us yet what they're going to do, and it doesn't look like they've done it. I feel like the bottom was lower than this. That's why I was thinking that they'd already done it. Let me look at the bottom for 6 months. Maybe we'll see. Because the last time I did a video, this thing was farting around $1. I don't see anything close to $1 here. Everything's 3. They're on their. No, this is May. This is some news. Former CEO of Lordstown Motor dumps more stock. That's the former CEO. Good for you. See you later. Lordstown Motors warns it may fall as Foxconn deal falters. Stock plunges. Uh-oh. That was May 1st. Lordstown Motors stock prices falls 11% after production halt recall. That was back in February. And so a month after February or 2, now it's talking about the Foxconn deal faltering. What is this going to become, Lordstown's again? Is that what happens when the Foxconn deal falters? Did they not close on that deal yet? Very interesting. Now, if they don't have Foxconn and they're on their own and they need to finish these trucks all on their very own, maybe they do need to dilute this thing now. Maybe they do need to pucker it up and then dilute it to raise some cash, just like Mullen did. It's very dangerous and it's very possible. And even though they have lots of credit, even though they have $220 million in cash, I don't know. They sold 400 cars, almost 350 cars on deposit. Seems like that's going to take a lot more money than that to build. So maybe they're 176 million in cash. They don't really want to go into more credit debt. They probably like their low overhead. It means they can last longer and survive longer. They probably like that low overhead. Operating expenses only 29 million, much better than Mullen, and they actually got a truck. Okay. So after learning about the Foxconn debacle is still going on and maybe dissolving, maybe we should look at this differently. Maybe we should look at this as a possible reverse stock split, aka because we want to do a dilution afterwards and then tell everybody about it afterwards. Maybe lighten your Lordstown load and get ready for the dilution and then buy back into it and be able to buy a lot more shares. They got the trucks. The company's happening. It's going on. It's going to go nuts. They're going to produce more vehicles. They're going to go nuts. They're going to join into the EV craziness. It's probably not going to end for any time soon. The trick is to get as many shares as possible and take advantage of if the Foxconn breakup is happening, that's your first cue. They're going to dilute this thing. Because without them, they need to do it on their own. And if they got to do it on their own, they're going to need to do one more stock split dilution or reverse stock split dilution. Or if they already did one, just to dilute. At least they could dilute into this a little bit. If they did a reverse stock split, they could do a real big dilution and make some big time cash. Make sure all their projects get finished, be completely in the black, and then just start blazing upwards from there. Maybe it falls down to $1 or $2 again, and they just can roar off to the sunset in the black with everybody's riding their coattails. But how do you get into it? That's the question you want to ask yourself. Do you want to get into it at 419? It's 1 month performance until this recent rage in EV was not too good. We're going down from 450 down to $3. It's almost like somebody's selling into this thing pretty consistently. I'd take a few shares, maybe half your position or a third of your position, cash it out and wait. The way to solve breaking up with Foxconn is a dilution. They don't need Foxconn if they do a dilution, especially if they're already approved for a reverse split and then they can do the dilution. Then they really don't need Foxconn. They can do this all on their own. They were about at the finish line anyhow. Now they'll have all the cash to get their trucks done. They'll beat you up as the stockholder. But you know what? That's the car game. You're going to get beat up. People that get in on that last round of dilution are the winners. And that's where you want to get in. Just in case there is one more, you need to get in on it. I feel like they already did one and then they're going to do another one. I think they're on round 2 now, is my guess. So I don't know. If this just happened, if they just did a reverse stock split and then they announced a dilution of some sort, or they're going to, and then they just ask for another stock reverse split, yeah, that's them raising money. And it's taking it out on the stockholder, but put yourself in a position where it doesn't take it out on you. Hopefully you can be one of the smart ones that gets out before such an event, and then gets back in. Just to save yourself the most money, we're looking out for our channel viewers the most, and it all depends on the Foxconn merger. So I would just lighten your load on this just a hair. You want to stay in the game, of course, but I'd be real concerned about that Foxconn merger and the need for more money, because if the need for more money is there, they have a green light pass to grab $500 million and finish this project all by themselves. They don't need Foxconn if they want to do that. And the step they took in May says that they're approved for it and they're making the stride towards doing that. If they had Foxconn paying for everything, then, or for half of everything, it would be a lot easier to get done, obviously. But maybe Foxconn's not interested. Maybe their board of directors or something is just not wanting to pursue the project for some reason, even though they're collecting all these deposits on the vehicles. So tread lightly, put a few on the side, get out of a few, and get ready to use that money to buy them after the dilution, if there is one. Or put some more money on the side and be ready on that day for the dilution, because it very well may happen. It's just an insurance policy for yourself. You get chopped down 100 to 1 or 50 to 1, this thing turns into 10 cents or something. And then, yeah, Lordstown is rich and you're not. So make sure you can immediately grab, whatever it is, thousands of more shares again as soon as that happens. And also maybe, I don't know, pay close attention to this Foxconn relationship, do more research on it. You might need to get out of a good chunk of this before it happens if you think it's going to happen. If you don't think it's going to happen, stay wherever you are. You want to be in on the last round, and if the last round already happened, then you're in. And if another round's going to happen, you want to be in then. So that's your pickle. Lordstown Motors, everybody. The trucks are beautiful. They're getting deposits. We have revenue. Everything looks beautiful with or without Foxconn. I love where this is going. They might beat the hell out of us one more time, but let's outsmart them. Let's outsmart them this time. They try to beat us up. Let's outsmart them, and let's get right back in at the right price. And you have a little bit of knowledge on what might be playing out, and that might be their in-game insurance, and I absolutely love it. That means we're going to see these trucks all over the place. How cool is that? Thank you, Lordstown. Good job with your ruthless corporate structure. You've been a tough ride, but I think we're getting some trucks now. I've seen them. They're out there. The celebrities are cruising around in them. They're like, check out my new whatever badass Lordstown. And they look good. And they're going to sell like crazy. And they can sell at that price or the right price. They don't need to discount it. There'll be a niche buyer that they easily sell hundreds of thousands of these things every year, or 50s of thousands of them, I'm quite sure, at the right clip, just to enthusiasts, just to people that really want one. And you work on the general market later. You work on the mass market later when you can produce more to cater to the mass market. But your first market needs to be the collector, the one that really wants it. the one that's willing to pay for it, the one that wants truck number one. Yeah, that's your guy. Lordstown Motors, everybody have a wonderful day. Happy Saturday. Tread lightly, pay attention to Foxconn, um, and and put a little aside in case there's a dilution. You can come right back into the game. It's so cheap that it'll turn your 419 average, that you can buy so many thousands of shares at 5 cents that it brings your average back down to like 20 cents or something. Or maybe you can do that. That way you can hang on to it, have some money on the side, and then you can buy 10 times as much at 10 cents if you need to bring your cost position back down to the proportion. And then your average in will, instead of being 419 today or whatever you paid for it, it'll be like 20, 30, 40 cents, 50 cents, a dollar, whatever it ends up being. Have enough cash on the side where you can triple up, quadruple up, 10 times up, whatever it is, so that you can get your average cost per share proper. And if you can do that, put yourself in that position. That would seem like the best play. If you're in that position, you're going to be fine no matter what, because you can create your new stock entry price just by buying more if shit hits the fan. So if you're overweight, get a little bit lesser weight. If you're lesser weight now, put some more cash on the side and get ready to triple up in case you need it, or 10 times up at a price that's 10 times less. You probably need to put double your money in if that does happen. So be prepared for that. Thank you, everybody. Like and subscribe to my channel. Have a wonderful afternoon. Bye-bye.